GOA drops their lawsuit surrounding unfinished frames and receivers in North Dakota. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Alright, Wolverines, and welcome back to the channel. Happy Independence Day. I'm wearing my Wolverine shirt, and there is a reason for that, and we will get to that in a minute. But before we get to that, my name is John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist, and I keep an eye on the 2A space. I really need your help, and since it's Independence Day, I know you're going to help me. If you could do me a big favor, like, comment, and subscribe, it would mean the world to me, and it would really help get my voice out there. The first person to comment Wolverines in the comments will have their comment pinned to the top of all the other comments. Okay, let's talk about the story of the day, and it involves GOA. And yes, it does rhyme, and yes, I did do that on purpose. GOA has dropped a lawsuit in North Dakota over the ATF's rule on unfinished frames and receivers, what they call privately manufactured firearms, and what the Biden administration and other idiots call ghost guns. GOA was joined by Bridge City Ordnance and Eli Jimenez. Bridge City Ordnance and Eli Jimenez are proud members of the Wolverine clan, so that's why I'm wearing the Wolverine shirt. They are members of the community, so I know they will be seeing this video, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for stepping up for the gun community and the builder community as a whole. What you guys do helps us out a lot, and I appreciate it, and I hope everyone out there appreciates it. All right, now let's get into the meat of the lawsuit. The GOA lawsuit is massive. It's about 160 pages, and it attacks the rule on almost every front. One of the things that it does attack it on is the whole serialization if you check it into a gunsmith or a Cerakoter, and Bridge City Ordnance does do Cerakoting. So if you were to take your unfinished frame or receiver to Bridge City Ordnance and they Cerakote it, which means they would have to hold it overnight, they would have to put a serial number on there with their FFL number and everything else, which causes them a lot more pain, and it causes you a lot more pain because now you have a serialized firearm. Also, with Eli, they're attacking it on several different things. Eli builds P80s, right? So if he was to buy a frame from one source and a kit from another source, that would be considered structuring, and the ATF says that is a way of getting around the new frames and receiver rule, which is absolutely ridiculous because structuring is a financial crime. Also, the two websites that sold him the products could be charged with conspiracy, even though they have no connection with each other and they don't know each other. So the new rule does not outlaw making your own firearm. It just makes it very, very hard. Also, Eli wants to build a Form 1 suppressor, and he was in the process of doing the Form 1 when the ATF did the mass rejection of other Form 1 letters, which you can see on the card above. But since the new rule is going into effect, he would be prevented from doing that. And he really wants to do it. So if GOA wins, he will be able to do it. GOA is asking for a preliminary injunction and a final injunction of the new rule going into effect, which GOA and the plaintiffs consider the law, which I do call it a law because it's a de facto law, and we'll get into that in a second. But they consider the new rule and regulation arbitrary and capricious, which it is. I don't think it is a mistake that GOA dropped this lawsuit on the 4th of July. On Independence Day back in 1776, a bunch of signers signed their name on the dotted line saying that we believe that the King of England is being tyrannical, and we are breaking free because no one should have to live under a tyrannical government. They were basically signing their names on a death warrant. They didn't have a safety net. It was either win or get hung. And thank God they won, even though most of them lost everything that they have. So the new rule which is a de facto law, is a form of tyranny because it is a unelected body putting together a law, which remember I said is a de facto law that affects the citizenry. And if that's not tyranny, I don't know what is. So by GOA filing on the 4th of July, it shows that they are fighting back against tyranny with my Wolverine brothers, Eli and Bird City Ordinance. Thank you so much. I'm glad I could play a small little part in this whole battle against tyranny. I'm a direct descendant of Israel Putnam, and I might know a little bit about rebellion because Israel Putnam was the general that led the battle at Bunker Hill. All right, guys, that is it. Have a wonderful Independence Day. Don't forget what our forefathers sacrificed for yours and mine independence. So remember, stay ever free, stay ever vigilant, keep in the fight. I am out of here. Wolverines, motherfucker.